Well, it's been a while since I've done this, and we're just gonna pretend this isn't the messiest room in my apartment right now. I took all of 2018 off of making videos. I'm really out of practice. Yeah, this is weird. This is really weird. So today, just so we have something to talk about, something to do, I am going to be doing my makeup for no reason because I have nowhere to go today. So I'm going to be doing my makeup today just to give us something to do while we chat. Yeah, it's been a while. YouTube is it's a different environment to the way it was when I was making videos regularly, man. It's very, very different. So I'm gonna start with some like luminous, I'm so blind I can't even read this. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. The fact that they call it a glotion, glow lotion, they fucking call it a glotion. I'm not even going to be worried about censoring myself, so if that's not your jam, bye. I used to be very worried about censoring myself in videos because of the dreaded demonetization, but because YouTube has changed their monetization policy to where you have to have like 100,000 subscribers to even have monetization, fuck it. I'm just going to talk like I normally talk. Also, I'm going to be using a sample of the Fenty foundation primer. I think that's what it's called. I don't know if this does literally anything, but I like the way it feels on my skin, so I'm just going to use it. And I absolutely refuse to pay money to buy this full size when I run out of it. Because like, I think it's like 45-50 bucks for a freaking primer is just like too much for me. I've realized over the years, like since I don't shop for makeup with my parents anymore or with my mom anymore, like I've realized how little I care about high-end. I mean, I have some high-end products in here, but for the most part, like most of the high-end products I've had for a long time. Then I didn't do this before I started filming. I'm gonna go wet my sponge. I'll be right back. Foundation I'm gonna be using today is the Makeup Forever HD stick, and I have the color R230, and I've been using, not this particular one, I repurchased it recently, but I've been using this foundation for a long time, like since I lived in New Jersey, which was 3 years ago at this point. Jesus. So, and this is going to be quite a full coverage kind of thing because if you can't tell, I'm breaking out. I love having that time of the month. Now that you look like real cute. So, little update, hope this is in focus, on what I've been getting up to in 2018. Spoiler alert, my life is really boring. I'll give you a little like rundown of what 2018 was like, kind of like a year in review kind of style thing. Who am I? So in May of 2018, my parents moved full-time to Florida. So the last of my family, well, my aunt still lives here and my cousins still live here. They're like an hour away, which is hard because my parents, you know, now live several hours away. I've been back a couple of times. I surprised my dad for Father's Day in June, and then I was there over Thanksgiving. My mom is in law school, so that's why they are there full-time now. In August, I went to LeakyCon, which is a Harry Potter convention, and in the past, I've been kind of like, especially on this channel, have been kind of covert about my obsession, I guess, with Harry Potter, but anybody that knows me in real life, it's not a secret by any stretch of the imagination. So I went to LeakyCon and I met a bunch of really cool people. It was so much fun, and it was seriously one of the best weekends of my entire life. If you want to go see, like, I have highlights on my Instagram stories. I have a whole LeakyCon like playlist, so to speak, on like things that we got up to at LeakyCon, so that's really fun. I look back at that highlight playlist every so often, kind of just like reminisce. In October, I went to see Ed Sheeran in concert, and that was amazing. He came to the AT&T Cowboy Stadium in Dallas, and so my parents came in town for that, and it was this is, by the way, the LA Girl Pro Conceal, which is amazing and so cheap on Amazon. So it was last Christmas, like Christmas 2017, it was my Christmas present from my parents. Same thing with my cousin. So we all got, my 15-year-old cousin, we all got tickets to see Ed Sheeran, and with the date that he's only in Dallas for one night. That was amazing. Right before that, I met a guy. I won't be talking extensively about him just because I don't know, I just don't want that to be like a focus of this video, because I could talk about him for hours, but his name is Matthew, and we've been official since like early November, but we've been talking since end of October, so that's fun. It was right after Christmas. I got prescribed a new medication for my mental health or whatever, and then I had like a severe allergic reaction to it, so that was fun. I broke out in hives for the first time in my life. I talked about it on Instagram and I was like, hey, should I be concerned about this? And everybody was just like, go see a freaking doctor. So I did, and it was hives. So that was fun. Yeah, that was an adventure. For powder, I'm going to be using the Coty Airspun powder. This is my first foray into loose setting powder, and I was so impressed by this, and it's, I think for 2 tubs of this was $14 on Amazon. Like what? And I've been doing the Jeffree Star method of loose powder application. I don't know what words are. Maps. So I've been using the Anastasia brow powder in medium brown, and I think this is an Anastasia brush. Oh, this is the Anastasia brow gel in espresso. I have lately been using the Anastasia Norvina palette, which is amazing. This is the Tarte Lash Paint mascara, which is my favorite mascara of all time. I don't really believe in high-end mascaras or that they're necessary in the slightest, but this is, of all of the mascaras that I've ever tried, my favorite. And I've tried a lot. These are the Ardell Demi Wispies, and I've already actually used one of these pairs a couple of times, so I just stuck them back on this card, which is like hella hygienic, I'm sure. And I'm going to be using the Duo like brush on lash glue. Okay. So while I let all of that kind of settle in and dry and all that nice neat stuff, I'm going to use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Some things never freaking change. If you've been following me since the dawn of time, literally been using this bronzer since then. And then I'm going to use, this is the other high-end product that I probably should throw away because it's old, but this is the Hourglass blush palette. I always use this one. And on the same brush, I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Skin Frost, which is what I've been using as a mirror the entire time, in Siberian Gold, which just dug my finger into, which is fun. It looks like this. And this looks really subtle until you like walk out into the sun and then you're like, whoa, bam. Here's my highlight. I always think maybe I should stop, and then I don't. And then I'm going to use a healthy dose of the NYX Dewy Skin Finish setting spray. Because again, I watch too much Jeffree Star and he like basically bathes in setting spray. And to be completely honest, Jeffree Star is goals. I was gonna put on liquid eyeliner, but to be completely honest, I don't feel like it. But sticking with the I Love Jeffree Star trend, I bought one of his lipsticks, and this is in the shade Calabasas, which is kind of just a standard shade for me. Is our finished look. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for understanding my need to be away from YouTube for a year. I'm glad you guys can understand that. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I will talk to you hopefully soon. Yeah. Mwah.